In a small, remote village where dusty roads seemed to swallow every glimmer of hope, there lived a boy named Kabir. His life was a somber melody played in the quiet notes of extreme deprivation. He was so poor that his stomach often growled in the cold of the night. His canvas shoes were torn at the toes, revealing feet stained with mud, and his school bag was a patchwork of countless repairs. Yet, deep inside that frail body was something no one else could see, a magnificent dream. Kabir yearned to do something grand, something that would flip the script of his cruel destiny and rescue his family from the depths of misery. But cruelly, every time Kabir shared his aspirations, he was met only with mocking laughter. The villagers would tell him, "Look at your empty pockets, Kabir. You don't even know where tomorrow's bread is coming from, yet you dare to dream of greatness. Don't let your head drift into the clouds while your feet are still stuck in the mire." Those words were like blades cutting into a child's dignity. On many evenings, Kabir would sit alone by the riverbank, watching the swift current and wondering in bitterness, is poverty a sin that forbids a person from ever having a dream? Just as his spirit was about to collapse, a wise old teacher named Guruji appeared. He didn't offer dry theories. Instead, he quietly handed Kabir an old bronze mirror. He asked, "What do you see in there?" Kabir choked back tears and replied, "I see a failure, a weak boy with eyes full of exhaustion and pain." Guruji smiled, his eyes shining with deep empathy. "Look closer, my son. Behind that pain is a flickering flame. That is the fire of belief. Most people choose to ignore it and surrender to fate. This world will always try to throw dust onto your mirror, making you believe you aren't good enough or big enough. But your duty is to use your actions to wipe that dust away every single day. Never let your present poverty limit your future vision." That teaching awakened a new soul within Kabir. He began a journey that an ordinary person could hardly imagine. In the mornings, he poured himself into his studies. In the afternoons, he washed dishes at a tea shop until his hands grew numb. On weekends, he worked at a local mechanic shop, learning the mechanics of every screw and every circuit board. When the rest of the village had fallen into a deep sleep, Kabir stayed awake under the dim flicker of an oil lamp studying borrowed books. He sacrificed sleep, he sacrificed comfort, and he even sacrificed meals just to gain knowledge. In his heart, a vow echoed, "I must clean the mirror, I must protect the fire." Years of relentless struggle passed. With iron discipline and a limitless vision, Kabir built an empire. From a tiny mobile repair corner at the edge of the village, he expanded into a chain of stores, eventually launching his own major technology brand. Those who had once laughed at him now stood in line outside his office, hoping for a chance to work for him. Kabir's father no longer had to break his back in the barren fields, and his mother was finally cared for with the best medical treatment available. When Guruji returned to visit, he looked at his successful student and smiled with satisfaction. "You see, Kabir, the world always tries to make poor boys think small so they are easier to control. But only those brave enough to think big earn the right to rewrite the final chapter of their lives." Dear friend, if you are feeling trapped today by empty pockets or the judgmental whispers of those around you, remember Kabir's story. Success has never been measured by the money currently in your pocket. It is measured by the magnitude of the vision and the will within your heart. Don't wait until you have everything to start dreaming. Start thinking big today. because the moment you dare to believe in greatness is the exact moment your life begins to change.